I know I need to leave him, but I don't know how. This is how you break up with someone. Some of you guys may agree with my approach, some of you guys may not. To each their own, but whatever you take, I pray that the way that you go, that God is with you and that He will give you peace in this season as you transition into your single season. So we have already discussed in my last video that it's not up to God to take this person away from you, but it's up to you to make the sound mind decision of saying, just as I've gotten into this relationship, it's time for me to get out of this relationship, especially if you are being mistreated in this relationship, or you feel it in your spirit that this person is not the one. My first suggestion in how to break up with someone is a very simple and easy way. Some might not agree with it, but it's through text. Sending this person a very short, to the point text. You do not need to give him a long paragraph or paragraphs on why you're leaving, how they've done you wrong, etc., etc. Girl, we're all about protecting our peace, protecting our hearts, protecting our minds, and just handling this situation with style and grace. If this is someone that you can't really see in person because it may be too hard for you to end it, you might end up just regretting it and staying with them, this is an easy way to just get it done. I will also attach a few examples on the screen just to make it as clean can be, as specific can be, as cookie cutter can actually be. You do not have to overcomplicate this text. Another way you can leave a relationship in a tasteful manner is by scheduling a time and place for you guys to meet in public, because if you're in public, it's safe. A place in public where there are people around, where you can just be very direct in your delivery when breaking up with this person. And you can simply just say, when you see this person and you guys meet up in public, I want you to know, just to keep it simple, keep it clean, and keep it direct. You don't have to start arguing with this person. You don't have to start to make a fool of yourself in public with this person. Just keep it short and keep it direct. You do not have to linger in this too long. My godfather would always tell me there's never a right time to say goodbye, just like the Chris Brown song. I know y'all might feel some type of way about Chris Brown, but when he said there's never a right time to say goodbye, it's true. There's hurt there, period. And so when breaking up with somebody, you want it to be clear and direct and to the point. You do not want to go back and forth with a person. You just want to make sure your point is given. If you want to hear their side, you could, but girl, you don't have to waste your time. You don't have to waste your time. Because if he fights for you to stay in another 6 months of bad relationship, what does it do for you? When you meet up in person, just keep in mind your max time with this person is 15 to 30 minutes. Do not extend over that. The reason why I say that is because, just like in the Garden of Eden, the way the enemy was able to deceive Eve was by having her question what she knows when it comes to what God said and what God said about her and what God said to her regarding that tree with the fruit. If that person, your partner, who's about to be your ex, gets you to start thinking and questioning, they can actually sway you and pretty much deceive you into feeling like, no, you're actually supposed to stay. And girl, we have worked too hard in building you up and encouraging you for you to just go back and backslide back into that man's bed. So when meeting with this person, keep your time into consideration. 15 to 30 minutes max. You do not have to overdo it, nor do you have to get into this big discussion when you meet up with them. Keep it simple. Hey, thanks for meeting me here today. I wanted to talk, and I just wanted you to know that I am moving in a different direction in my life, and I'm going in a different path, and I am no longer interested in being in a relationship with you. I forgive you. Thank you. Have a great day. Period. You don't have to listen to what they have to say, but if you do, just give yourself a nice little cutoff. And if you know this person will be hurt by you doing this because it's inevitable for some people. You can listen to what they have to say. After they finish, just say, I hear you, but my decision is my decision. Let your yes be yes and let your no be no, ladies. Stand firm on what your word is, okay? After that, you can say, I have to meet up with, you can even say that, I'm meeting up with my girl Angel. Have a good day. Thanks. Walk your way. That's it. You don't have to bash them. You don't have to banter with them. You don't have to go back and forth with them. Just boom, done. If text isn't your thing and you're not sure how you'll do in person, call would be the next thing. But again, just like how I said in person, give yourself a time and give yourself a max time cutoff. Do not spend time playing on that phone, going back and forth with this person. You do not need for them to acknowledge what they have done to you, whether if it's that they have hurt you or belittled you or cheated on you or whatever the case may be. Girl, you don't need them. You don't need their apology. As long as in your heart you feel like you have done your best, you've let it go, and you've forgiven them, that's all. God will take care of the rest. Whether they have recognized they have hurt you or not, that is up to God to deal with their heart. You can only do what you can do. Now, if you can't meet in person, you can't do the text, and you can't be on a phone call with this person, girl, let me just tell you, you don't have to explain yourself. You could simply just done it. That's it. You can literally just stop answering the phone call, stop answering the text. Yes, everybody needs closure, but sometimes in certain situations, going back and forth with this closure is just not it. So to summarize this video and how to break up with someone, because you know it's time for you to go, I want you to understand that you have the control here, okay? You have the control. And so with that being said, girl, schedule yourself a set amount of time. Be as clear and direct that you are done. Don't leave any room for confusion. Don't leave any room for questioning. Be specific. Keep it simple. You do not have to go and restate the play-by-play in your relationship as far as things that has happened that were good and bad to encourage him, X, Y, Z. No, it's not your job, okay? Period. It's not your job. Keep it simple. Be direct. And mean what you say. If you are coming with the intentions to leave and start a new path and a new journey, be about it. Do not go back and start eating up those words that you have just said. It's easy to be deceived. But one Bible verse that has helped me when it came to not returning back to my ex, to really moving on from a relationship that was not really serving me, that wasn't really fruitful, was this verse from Proverbs. And it's, a dog returns back to its vomit as a fool repeats its folly. And girl, I don't know about you, but I am not no dog returning back to its vomit, and I am not a fool. Girl, just know this. Let your yes be yes and let your no be no. And if you can't do it in person, try over the phone. If you can't do it over the phone, a text is enough, okay? And girl, if you are worried about this person harassing you or contacting you or just stalking you or just doing things out of character to get your attention, unfollow, block, and delete. If you need to, girl, just get a new phone number. If I told you the freedom it is to get a new phone number, especially after a relationship, it's beautiful. And yes, this person might know where you live, but let's just trust and believe that God will put a hedge of protection around you where they will not pop up at your job, they will not pop up at the place where you live, and they will not terrorize you or cause you to become fearful. My prayer is that you are safe in this transition and that there is no harm that will come on you. But in the case that there is a person who is a little tapped out of their mind, know that you can get a restraining order and that you can do the things that you need to do in order to stay protected. I know a lot of people get a little touchy when it comes to things like this, but let's just be real. There are people in this world that we think are fine, and then all of a sudden they snap and they're crazy and they're not who they were. And so with that, make the best decision for you. Not for anybody else, but for you. You are the main priority. Your life is important, and I want to make sure that you are safe in this season. As someone who has needed the assistance of a restraining order, I do not want you to take this portion lightly. If you feel like you can be in danger, even when meeting in a public place to end a relationship, please bring a friend and get help. You are valuable. Okay? All right, let's get back to the video. So, I hope this video has helped you when it comes to how to end a relationship, how to break up with somebody, especially if you know it's time for you to leave and you don't know how. If you have any questions, comment below. I love talking with you guys. I love sharing with you guys. And I love being an encourager and an advisor and helping you guys on this journey. I know sometimes this is not easy and sometimes taking this first step is uncomfortable, but just know that God has you. I have been in this place before. I know how it feels. I remember when I had to break up with somebody and I know how uncomfortable it is. I know the feeling that you may get in your stomach, that you have knots in your stomach, that you start doubting, that you start questioning. But girl, just know this, that you are so precious, and that any person that God has designed for you would love you the way you desire to be loved. And so with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. In my next video, I'll be sharing with you guys how to forgive him as well as how to forgive yourself. I know I've shared with you guys a few little exercises on how to do that, but we're going to go a little deeper, especially since after those videos that I have posted, I had some more revelation and some more things that came to mind. And I want to share with you because as I learn and as God deposits stuff into me for you guys, I want to make sure I am being the best resource for you. And so with all that said, I love you. Have a good night. Have a good morning. Drive safe. Have a great day at work. Enjoy school. All of the things. I love you. I love you. I love you. Peace. And don't you ever let anyone dim your light.